Yo guys, Coach Theo here on Common Sense. Today we're going to be talking about something that's really quite difficult for me to talk to you guys about here, like this. The importance of proper rest for making good progress, not only with training, but with anything in life really. Hard work, discipline, the grind, the things you typically hear me talk about, mindset, always be making progress. All of that is great, very necessary if you want to overcome struggles or reach ambitious goals, but it has to be balanced with proper rest, okay? You're more like a garden than a robot. We want to use this effort to plant the seeds and water the seeds, but then we're just going to have to leave them be and just grow until we get back to doing whatever it is you do more directly in the garden. Try to make the metaphor hold up here. And that should be stated too. Even a really good robot probably would overheat from running for too long. So yeah, this is quite difficult for me to talk about, guys, both with regards to you and myself. I can feel these huge expectations on me to always be 100%. The grind never stops. Like literally, I can both feel that for myself, that you need to be pushing absolutely everything you have, Theo, or else you're leaving progress on the table. What are you even doing? You're being lazy, you're slipping. You have to do exactly everything you could possibly think of to, reach, do the work, do the progress, reach the goal you want, or else you're no good, basically. But I can also feel that expectation from others, not that anyone else really imposes it on me, but being in this position, being a coach, having clients to work with, but the YouTube and Instagram, setting an example, guiding people that follow you or me, a big part, what people look for, apart from just information, is inspiration and motivation to keep pushing. Well, so many people tell me that they watch my videos before the gym or something like that, and I can feel this pressure, expect that I need to be always Instagram, everyday show training, post videos consistently, and with my own training, it just has to keep moving, so I always can keep talking. There can be no breaks, or else I'm letting people down. But so, guys, I'm a spiritual guy, I have a belief in God, and I'm not religious, but the way I see things, I am a separate aspect of the whole, the universe, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I am a separate little individual aspect of that, but I'm also part of this whole thing, right? So what I notice is that when something is going on with me, it usually is going on in this micro level. It's going on with me. It's going on a macro level with the collective as well. And look, you can be part of many different collectives. One is the biggest one is a human being on earth here. But let's say you, for instance, train or you want to start training and lose weight and you follow that kind of content, right? Then you belong to that collective on some level. And I can see that right around when I started Uncommon Sense, right before then, it was very trendy with all these messages of discipline, the grind never stops, hard work, fuck your excuses, do the thing anyway, defeat your inner bitch, kind of David Goggins style. It's very much what I didn't really take that inspiration from anywhere than myself, because I was just forced by that panic attack thing to save myself and start grinding hard, and talked in a similar way. And I think that was very necessary back then, because as a collective, on a societal level, we've grown quite soft, lazy, weak, soft, and we think that something else other than ourselves is coming to save us, whether that's, we will vote right this time, then this time the politicians will change something. But, all these excuses and being complacent in just being soft and weak, and getting all these messages that says that, look, life is tough. You're going to have to be tougher, if you want to overcome whatever struggle you're facing or reach some really high, ambitious goal you have. No one is coming to save you. You have to do the work. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to stay on this grind, right? I think that was a great message that a lot of people needed to hear, and we're not about to completely disregard that. But what I picked up on during these years, I've been doing this with Uncommon Sense, is that sort of message when you're just talking about the grind never stops and discipline, fuck your feelings, do the thing anyway, it is imbalanced, because again, you are not a robot. That cannot be all there is to it. Look, having that ability, like myself, but someone like David Goggins, to just tap into, just channel willpower, being able to push through. That's a great property to have. Like, you're gonna have to, if you're doing something consistently, that's quite tough, like training hard for progress. You're gonna have to have that trait, but also sometimes when life comes at you, you're just temporarily at least gonna have to maybe sacrifice some sleep and stuff and just do things, even when you're quite exhausted. But to maximize, because I think there's you can develop some kind of pride and ego in this, that no, I'm supposed to just always be doing, but that's what leads to actual burnouts and crashes, that you never give yourself a go. So in order to maximize the total output with something like training progress, but just in your life, having your positive trajectory upwards, you're gonna have to balance it with rest to maximize the total amount of like grinding hard work you can do. Okay, because you're going to deplete sooner or later, okay? And so it's something I've been thinking about since I befriended Optiholm, the old videos with subtitles here. They're kind of funny, could be better production. I hope to see my man soon and make some videos again. But he is someone with quite a similar lifestyle as me, which is kind of unusual, right? But he's also 7 years older. And he's someone that I've been very willing to listen to, take advice from, right? Someone that's very similar, just 7 years ahead, And one thing he and his girlfriend said, that we would have rested more, And that's kind of cool to see people that's also so dedicated to their work, but also to their training, physical practice, say something like that. And ever since, I've been thinking about it, and I've become better at it. But so last year, there were several things. I had moved to Greece. I had this very intense relationship problems that made me, I didn't feel good from that. But then now I feel this pressure that I should be out delivering my videos, like the way I said, this expectation I feel that is on me, that people are depressed, they're looking for motivation to fix their life and stuff. Even when my following was smaller, there are people who rely on my videos, so I have to keep putting them out. And I felt so much more unable to do it then. I was in such a poor mental state, emotional state, I really felt like I had to. And it's this strange thing when you, on the one hand, you feel like you're accomplishing less with your work and everything. Still, it's more difficult to do, and you don't feel good or accomplished when you do it, And I tried to just bang my head against the wall. I'm just supposed to keep being able to do videos, things will get all right eventually or something. But I just felt worse and worse and worse, more and more burnt out. Instead of, I don't know, I just felt less and less like doing my videos. And it's such a terrible position to be in when you initially didn't start, doing videos to make like money, like that. You actually started because you genuinely wanted to. I like this. I think it's fun, interesting. I really want to tell people things. Suddenly you're there. I have to. This thing I have to do. But what I finally found, after banging my head against the wall and just hurting my head more metaphorically like this, there was a meme I saw that really put hit the nail on the head. That there's like two figures. I don't really remember what they say, but one figure or what they look like. But one says, "I need to work harder," and the other person responds that, "Well, rest is important too." And the first person says like, "Yeah, that's true. How come I'm so bad at both?" And then I saw this dilemma that when you just do not have the capacity to be taking on everything you would want to take on right now, and you don't accept it, and you're like, "Hey, I actually have to rest before I get back to this." Now you're not doing the thing you think you should be doing, and you're wasting all this energy on beating yourself up. I should be doing more. How can I do it? How can I just be lying here when I should be doing this thing? It's like a double waste. No work gets done and no rest gets done. Finally, I embraced that, okay, I think things are moving too slowly in my life. I'd really see things happen, more fast with work and with this and that. But that it's just not possible right now. As soon as I embrace that, I do my training, I do the work things I have to do, and then like what I can do, basically. Then the rest of the time, I just do like whatever, really, to just wind down. I'll watch some movie. I'll meet a friend and play some video games. I'll actually just lie here, spend time on whatever that isn't too like energy consuming, right? Lo and behold, it was not many weeks of taking this approach to thing, reminding myself when I feel this stress that I should be doing more, that you're preparing for later. Suddenly, naturally, I started feeling more like, this video, I want to do it. I actually want to. It's not just an idea I can come up with that I can force myself to do. I actually want to do it. And then that's how I gained back momentum, and I started feeling really good again this year. But so this channel blew up. It was in April, an old video went viral, and I really capitalized on that. I immediately, I followed up on the kind of women, what Being Ripped taught me about women was a viral video. I hadn't done anything similar in a long time. So I followed up with something, what women think about muscle. And gaining all these followers and new clients too, right? And I'm just pushing both my YouTube pros. I did daily videos for months, And while I like and I'm good at talking, it takes energy, guys. Just because it seems like natural and easy when you watch the video does not mean that it doesn't take effort from me, And I'm also pushing my training. I was cutting while I was doing all of this, right? And all summer was like this. And then I went on vacation to Gotland, where I had a good time, but I slept too little every day for like 10 days. I got home. That was the first time I felt like, I'm so exhausted. Of course, it was a little bit more in the short term there. I've just been away and lost like 2 to 3 hours of sleep per night, probably, and it accumulates like that. So there, I took a week when I took it quite chill, and I felt kind of back to normal. But ever since, so it's like 2 months ago, I just felt some kind of like tiredness, That's a little hard to, it's very strange for me. Suddenly, for instance, I feel like I'm in this extroverted mode. I don't feel like withdrawn or anything. But for instance, recording videos, I just started feeling this like, I really feel like it now. Not from I don't find the things I would talk about interesting or important, or I feel depressed and shut down, so I have all these like feelings of shame and guilt that make it even uncomfortable. No, I just felt like, it's so hard to take out that I'm feeling so okay now, and I have to take out this and be so inspired and talk so actively to the camera like this. But every time I went about to do it, like when I got up and running, I could do it, and I was just like, well, I don't know, maybe it's just not something about my current state. I seem to be doing well with my videos when I start doing them. But then I just kept noticing, like with my training, so strange, because overall it's like my body feels good and I've been making good progress. There's a feeling that's quite hard to describe where I'm just like tired. My body doesn't really feel achy or overly sore. It's just my right shoulder, classic, that deep within it gets kind of inflamed when I push it too hard. But that's like the only thing that like feels bad, like a pain or something in my body. It feels in good shape other than that. But I just feel it's like, so tired, And so in between everything that's been my training and work, I've been able to sleep. I've been able to just pass out on the couch. I've been so sleepy. I felt so little like doing anything that I don't have to, And it's so funny because I feel like I've learned this lesson that, rest is important. You need to balance hard work with rest, and you don't always get like a clear, obvious signal like now is the exact right time to rest. Obviously, what I've been feeling for a long time is just this wear and tear. Like I've been feeling good is the point, and I think that for someone like me, at least, that makes it like emotionally, And I think at least for someone like me, it makes it hard to even think of it as like, am I a bit burnt out, like worn out here? Have I gone too far? But just this like half a year of grinding very hard on my business, YouTube and clients, giving so much energy, talking outwardly like this, and pushing my training, like I'm bulking now, and my training is going great. It seems like it's just hard for me to notice even the toll it has on me. Because, I can, this with rest and recovery, there's so many, why this is also so difficult for me, is that I have such a high definition, like, view of everything I think around this. But something like rest isn't either or. Like I either go to the gym and absolutely slay my workout, or I don't go at all. So I can often go and train every day. 2 of my 7 days of the week are not as big, intense workouts, but it's something every day. And I can go very long when I eat well, sleep well, manage stress, do little sauna, little meditation things to like manage stress like that, I can mostly like recover and feel very good, energetic, and often I can just auto-regulate by again not taking a complete rest day, but being like, I feel a bit worn out today. I'll cut out a set here and there, take out one exercise or something, and do well. And now I've ended up in a state where I just, it's like, yeah, well, I felt like this for a long time, but it's like I'm feeling more and more sleepy almost. The body never gives me a signal like, the joints are aching, the muscles are just sore forever, you know. Like I can still even make progress with some things when I feel like this. Yeah, but what I realized is just that it doesn't matter that clearly I can. That's the thing. You should rest. That's something I've tried to learn for a long time, and now all these things appear in new forms. You know, you thought that I know what to look for when it's time to take rest in this. And so now I'm like presented with a new thing where it's like, no, you're actually feeling quite well overall. You're just so extremely tired, and you're used to connecting like the need to for rest for more like more negative feelings, more than just like, oh, I'm tired, you know. But that's what I'm realizing now. This half year of grinding everything so hard doesn't matter that I've been quite good at taking care of myself and recovering and auto-regulating things like training here and there. Everything, all of it just accumulates. And so yesterday, you know, there are many things. It's also recording videos. Now it's because it's early in the day. I noticed that because I usually record videos later. I've recorded some videos in the morning because I feel like I still have some energy then. But later in the day, it's like, you know, I pushed some of them. But the point is that I'm not really, when everything is the way I really want it to be, the best, I never feel that. It can be like, okay, I'd rather do this time, or I'm a little stressed about things, but I do want to, I do feel like recording my video. Now it's more like, I like the thing as a whole, but not now, please. I just want to sleep now, you know. So yesterday, when I actually decided that I'll allow myself, because one thing is too, I almost want a dopamine fast, also just, you know, reduce my dependency on nicotine, my snooze. I always clear that I don't smoke, you know, and coffee. That will also help with taking proper rest, you know, to remove these stimulants. And so I'd like to do dopamine fast, but I'm bulking, you know, and it's kind of, well, it's completely counterproductive to that goal. Then when it just hit me yesterday, like what if I do exactly what I do with a dopamine fast, except I still eat, but even letting go of that responsibility, you know, that I'll for just a few days I'll eat, but I'll stock up on a bunch of good juice, drink that for carbs, then just eat some like eggs, meat, and collagen. So I give myself a little break. Because that's what I realize. It's like a fast from responsibilities. The responsibility of having to go and train hard is, of course, actual physical recovery too, but just the responsibility. I feel that I should do this for me and my goals, but also for the guys. Set the example, you know. The responsibility of uploading videos. I'm going to do this video, but then I'm not going to upload the Friday video that I typically feel that I should do, that I have the responsibility to do. I'll actually chill for the rest of the week like that. I let go of the stimulants. I let go of having to eat to gain weight because it is a chore for me. I have to eat so very, very much. And I just, as soon as I started thinking about the concept and told myself that I'll actually allow myself to take these days off yesterday, I just felt this huge, huge relief in my entire body. I was like, okay, I've been waiting to be allowed by myself to get to do this, you know. I see another thing that I just notice that I mostly feel good, even when I feel so tired. But I notice, for instance, that I'm a sensitive person, you know. But I notice I'm extra. I've been so sensitive, and like we take comments online, whether that's someone actually being an asshole or just I'm just sensitive that I didn't like the way they said that or something. But in real life too, I tend to take things as criticism and attacks when they're not really. And I'm not supposed to be that sensitive. And yeah, everything. As soon as I just decide that, you know what, today I'm actually going to do a small workout because it's not the system. It's like little neck, little wrist stuff. But my big push and pull workouts on Thursday and Friday will be completely gone. Then we'll see if I even skip the leg day on Saturday. But I am so excited about the legs. I'm hoping to get some rest here. But I'm running out of time. But yeah. I just noticed that when I allowed myself all of this, I guess, you know, I'm talking about me and rest in general now, but what I want to get to, I don't want you to confuse this me, clearly, I do it in the other direction right now. And some people would do that with some things like work, that you push too hard and don't even notice that I might need to rest. But for most people, when it comes to the fitness stuff and that, when you, an excuse to like rest or treat yourself is really like you being lazy, you lacking discipline, So that's my also fear by putting up something like this, that, oh, see, my coach says it, so that it's, no, I'm actually tired today, I can skip the gym. Yeah, you need to rest too. That's, you have to cultivate this extreme self-honesty. When you're lazy, don't make up any story about it, and just be okay. I'm being lazy now. Don't make up excuses. But yeah, I guess I'll end it like this: that you have to understand what's rest when you're actually like managing your energy levels. It's often an excuse when if you put off something today and then you don't do it tomorrow, like you said, then it was an excuse. But if I actually tell myself, hey, I'm so tired, I'll actually just rest for the remainder of the day and I'll do it tomorrow, and then I do, that's a good sign that I was actually right to do, do it now is a certain, why put off until tomorrow what you can do today. But it's also, why do something that's not ideal to do now when it would be better to do tomorrow? It's just that most people cannot be honest with us. A lot of people make that, and I'll do it tomorrow, then they never do. So I want to tell you that be honest when you contemplate your need for rest like this. But the last thing I want to say, that it's kind of difficult for me to talk about, because I'm afraid that I'm giving you excuses to make excuses now and stuff. And also that I'm letting some people down with a sort of example. I should be, like, honestly, when I talk about it now, I know it's like my ego and that. But what I want to come to, that already before this, often the coach, it's often that the coach can do like 95% of the things you're supposed to do, but struggle still with some things. And rest, definitely a thing for me. But with clients I work with, people that come to me all ready to just be like, I just need someone to light the fire under my ass and keep me accountable, and let's get to work hard. Of course, if you're in that position, that's where we start. But many people come to me because they're completely overwhelmed by life. Have a wife, kids, job, business to run, and now need to get on top of the physical stuff. For many of these people, I'm like, let's not start with the grind, actually. Let's just build some good habits. Let's improve your sleep. Let's just improve your food quality without focusing on reducing calories to cut weight. Let's get you into the gym and just get that habit and do some workouts, Let's start there. And that will, just approaching it like that will actually build you up so that you are stronger and you can push harder later. Like, you see what I mean? It's not always the hard work and discipline and all that. You have to have that foundation. You have to be able to tap into that. But it isn't actually all it is about. Balance. And I think that's for people like me that tend to feel like I'm lazy as soon as I'm not doing exactly everything I can towards my goal. I think reframing it that, no, I'm actually being just stupid by burning out so I can do less. Actually, I'm being disciplined for someone like me by not overexerting myself now so I can do more completely. Okay, I'm gonna run out of space now, guys, but like and comment. I do holistic bodybuilding coaching. Send me DM, you can pick up my training book, all linked in the description. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, sources, and mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. Grind, sure, but then rest in between, then back, then rest. Peace.